It was the virtue signal heard round the world. Back during the summer of love of 2020, the Walt Disney Company guaranteed that Zippity-Doo-Dah would no longer be heard in their parks. Oh no, Splash Mountain would be turned into Tiana's Bayou adventure. And there were those who celebrated the change, even though Splash Mountain was the most popular attraction on Earth. Now that is beginning to change. Today we'll show you how even the biggest fans are no fans of a broken attraction that seldom works. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back where every day is satisfactual. It's actual. It's the Pro Channel, and we're happy that you're here. Mr. Bluebird is always on your shoulder when you join us. And folks, we are getting ready to expose yet again that Disney seems to have a problem making things work. Specifically, their Imagineers who have been emptied out of talent. The merit is gone. The DEI is here. And it may be a very long time before they get anywhere near the kind of excellence they once enjoyed. Today we're talking about Tiana's Bayou Broken Busted Mountain, and you're going to be very interested in exactly how bad it is. We've got the video, we'll show it, click the like button, and here we go. This is from Matt Desmond, and Matt Desmond, by the way, probably does not share anywhere close to the same political views as the panelists here or those of you out in the audience. But we like Matt Desmond just fine anyway, because we believe in getting people of all kinds of different backgrounds, viewpoints, etc. And Matt Desmond is not happy because Tiana deserves better. Take a look at that. Everybody see that? Marvin, we've seen this before. This is Disneyland that we're looking at here, but you've seen this at Disney World before. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is par for the course for us at this point. Yeah, it's more of a Frozen ride than the Frozen ride is. The animatronics in this are just constantly malfunctioning and powered down. It's more of a surprise now when you go through it and everything works. That is the more unique experience.
It's more of a surprise if it's open in the first place, Marvin. I don't know how many days. The complaints that this thing's not even open so much of the time still, and it's been unleashed on the public for 8 months or so, 9 months, I don't know, but it never works. It just doesn't work.
Right. They took a fully functional ride, the most popular attraction in the world. They reskinned it and they broke it. And they didn't just break it in one spot, they broke it at both spots. So we're going to put Matt Desmond up here on the old screen, and we're going to see what he has to say about this situation. And here we go. Here's the video from Matt Desmond.
If you follow me for a while, you know that I love Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Disneyland. I've ridden it over 100 times, but this ride is having too many issues to not talk about it. First of all, 2 of the Tiana animatronics, their bodies are just not working. The finale, her body hasn't been working since December, so over a month now. One of the Tiana animatronics, her face is not working, but her body is still moving. 2 of the Lewis animatronics are just not moving at all. And the final Mama Odie, which has issues anyway, is also not moving except for her face. Like, what is happening? This ride is less than a year old. Disneyland really needs to figure this out because Tiana deserves better. Here's the footage.
Look at all these beautiful faces. Let's join Lewis up ahead and find some musicians for our party. Ladies, no doubt. We'll ask them to join the band for sure.
These cats are birds.
Disneyland, please do something.
All right, so that's the situation we have right now with Tiana's Bayou Adventure in Disneyland. If you thought it was a fluke, if you thought that they were going to get it right with the second version over in California, think again. Neither of them work. That's because these are busted attractions made by busted Imagineers who they're not geniuses. I hate it for them. I don't know what the excuse would be, but none of the stuff works. They have to close this ride fairly often. The ride is not in show quality. The attraction also has modified schedule where it often closes before the park ends. It's very seldomly open during extra hours. And Bob Iger has watched over the destruction of the ability to build stuff at the Disney parks. And so when all the construction walls go up and people are not excited and they say, I don't know about Disney making these changes, it's because we've seen if it moves, it won't move for long. Like it does not work. It just I'm surprised the lights work half the time because in Epcot they don't. Panel
Well,
wants
at least-
to about the fact both versions of the ride stink.
At least we got rid of all that pesky racism for this attraction that makes light of the Avery Island salt mines.
Oh
Yeah, right.
big victory.
Yeah. This ride is far more DIE than it is DEI. It's so ridiculous. And I would agree. Tiana deserves better. I like the Princess and the Bride movie. It's and historically speaking, I believe it's the last hand-drawn animated Disney princess movie that exists right now. So yeah, it does deserve better. It deserved its own brand new attraction that they could have properly engineered from the ground up, and they chose to do this instead. Why they couldn't have dug up the blueprints for Western River Expedition, which I think was going to be an original opening day attraction at the Magic Kingdom, and done something like that. They could have done, if they wanted to get rid of Splash Mountain as Splash Mountain and change it to anything else, they could have. There was like whoever's convoluted idea because of whatever DEI policies that they wanted to try to put forth to change this over from Splash Mountain to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It made no sense at the time. It makes no sense now, and they're paying the price by trying to do something that was never. They're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole with these new animatronics, and nothing is working. And I mean, it's basically all Bob Iger's company. Nothing is working at his company.
Yep.
Totally agree.
Sorry for them.
And by the way, I think you said Princess and the Bride. By the way, I think that one's one of the more recent Iger era films.
Princess and the Frog. Sorry, did I say Princess and the Bride? That's in the Princess and the Bride. Princess and the Frog. I am so sorry. I apologize for that.
That's all right. That's all right. But you're right. It was hand-drawn animation. That was when Lasseter forced them to do more hand-drawn animation at the company. And then there was some cockamamie line about how, no, the animators want to be pushing for new technology and all of this, as opposed to preserving something. That was one of the more commercial moves here. That is, I think the accusation that was there at the start that anyone who is opposed to Song of the South going away obviously has something against Tiana because of, I don't know, whatever ridiculous reason. We all know what reason it is that they said it was. Having somebody like Matt Desmond eventually come around to the idea that maybe this ride was not everything that Disney promised it to be. In fact, I'm putting this on him to say, I think that maybe he's about to start realizing that this is just indicative of the quality of the company itself.
Wait a minute now. What do you mean that Matt Desmond is coming around? What you may know more about Matt Desmond than I do. Was Matt Desmond a major supporter of when they made the change? Was that?
I don't want to throw it because we're talking about a specific person here. I don't want to throw around accusations, but he is the kind of person who was more predisposed than any of us to give the Disney company a fair shot, more than a fair shot here.
By the way, we want to give a shout out to Clifflix, who has given us the permission to use his footage of the last remaining Splash Mountain, which is over in Tokyo Disney. Mm-hmm. And they're still taking care of theirs, and it's not going away, despite the rumors that we swatted down right here on the channel. Repeatedly said, nope, we're not hearing that. Nope, our sources are not hearing that. We're still hearing that they're protecting this because it's uber popular. And sorry, Disney, you can do everything in your power to force or to pressure Tokyo Disney if that's happening. They love this ride in Japan. It's only a shame that we had to lose in America. And I wish, although I know Disney would not give the right to do so, but I wish that they would be able to run an hour or two of this attraction in English. And I think international guests would flock in droves to go get to experience Splash Mountain again.
And I'll say Matt Desmond has ridden Tiana's Bayou Adventure probably more than anyone else at Disneyland. I'd say he's probably in triple figures on how many times he's ridden that ride. That's the kind of guy he is as far as Disney fandom. So
That's
for
a lot
him
of
to
time
say,
watch broken animatronics.
yes, it is. So for somebody like him to say that this is a problem, I'd say that's a pretty big deal.
Can
Well,
I
the other
compare
thing-
this to something real
Go ahead.
quick too?
Yeah.
Okay, so Living with the Land is a classic Epcot attraction, and it's a boat ride. Okay, now imagine going on Living with the Land. Okay, but every time you go through, the pumpkins are rotting, the corn is falling off the cob, it's everywhere, it hasn't been picked properly. All of the shrimp are dead and rotting in the cages that they're in.
Working
just
some
all the
boll
fish.
weevils. Get
Okay.
some boll weevils into this. We want
Boll
boll
weevil, yes. So just imagine, and the ladybugs are everywhere, and they're running it. I mean, that is the same level of care that this would be. If that were happening over at Living with the Land, it would have closed. Obviously, it's and I love Living with the Land. One of my favorite, absolute, very much an Epcot classic attraction, and the gardens are actually beautiful every day, and you're seeing food that you might actually be eating later, which is very, very cool. Some people are so excited about it they try to get out of the boat and pick a cucumber, but point is that would be the same level as this happening. And it's clear that for some reason, even on this ride, the Imagineers or maintenance or what, the team should be on this. This is unprecedented for Disney from the past. Let's go back 10 years and beyond. You would never see anything this bad at Walt Disney World or the Magic Kingdom, and they certainly wouldn't keep the ride open if it was constantly broken. It's bizarre.
Well, you know what else it means, Ron? All those things they said, all the times they said, well, it's Disney World maintenance. They just don't take care of things, and it just breaks down so fast. None of that was true, because neither of the versions of the attraction work. They're broken. They were broken when they were delivered.
This guy's like, oh, Matt Desmond was like, oh, the ride's not even a year old. In Disneyland, it's not even 6 months old.
Right.
It's brand new.
This opened in November
I just find it
last year, right?
Yeah.
I just find it funny how they were in such a hurry to create an attraction for, Black people in the Black community, and it's just backfired. They have done nothing but one massive disservice to the movie, the character, and their whole reason for this retheme. I'm just sitting here laughing and just shaking my head like, well, this is what you wanted. You got what you wanted.
Tiana deserved her own attraction. It should have been glorious. It should have had a huge budget. Instead, we took Splash Mountain and we trashed it. Tiana could have had, and we've been over before, the expansion pads that were available. You could have had guests board the Liberty Bell as part of a pre-show that took you to an amazing Louisiana-based Princess and the Frog attraction. Instead, they turned a mountain, and I know there's no snow that's supposed to be in Louisiana, and there is, but there's still no mountains in Louisiana. They turned a mountain into a molehill of a ride, and that is what we have now. And when you watch Broken Tiana, and you compare that to what they're enjoying in Japan still, there's just no comparison. It's just, which one would you rather be on?
Oh, this one, the one in Tokyo for sure.
Yeah,
Obviously.
Japan. Yeah.
It also, Splash Mountain was it was fun and positive, had a real good story, went through a dark place where you're like, oh, I got to get out of this, and then you do, and then you go down. Oh my gosh, it's just it's 1,000 times better than Tiana, and it's just so frustrating and sad as a Disney fan. And that's what it's like. I'm not a Disney fan who's going to say everything Disney does because it's Disney, it's going to be great. I'm a Disney fan who said, what the heck happened? Disney used to be great. What's going on? I don't get it. It's so sad.
It is sad indeed. And yet again, folks, we have come to the end. But what a video it has been, and we hope you agree. Folks, if you had a good time with us, consider clicking that like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell, and drop a comment right on down below. We care about your thoughts. Folks, we also want to invite you to partake in thatparkplace.com. Of course, www. You get the idea. Thatparkplace.com. It is the website telling the truth, and it is a rising star across the web for pop culture news coverage and analysis. Go over there and bookmark it today. Folks, we're bookmarking you as a great guest that we appreciate. Until the next time we have the honor of spending time with you, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, folks, you better believe it, keep having fun.